I mean, Patrick Mahomes got more rings. Josh Allen's on the come up here. You'd think it would be Josh Allen. But I'm going to pull a U-turn here, and I'm going to tell you it's Patrick Mahomes. Why? Show him the stats. Show him the numbers. And I mentioned this early in the season. I said they started to lose these games to teams they might see again in the postseason. Well, look at that right there. 0-3 against the remaining playoff teams this season. You're not going to have to play 3 of them, but you're going to have to play 2 of them if you plan to go to the Super Bowl here. So maybe Patrick Mahomes realizes he's looking across the line and seeing some defenses that are more confident than they would have been if not for the fact that they played this well against him. Look at this highlight here. My goodness, nobody's open. All that time, he still couldn't find anybody open. So I did think that those victories earlier in the season, and granted they scored more points against the Bengals than they did against the other teams, but I did think those victories early in the season were potential confidence builders if they saw these teams again. So here we are, Mike Rob. Sorry, Peter. Didn't read the script.
It's all good, man. It is all good. Look, I agree with you, Jeezy. I do think Patrick Mahomes has a level of pressure there, but I'm going to go with Josh Allen here. And Buffalo Bills fans, hear me out, all right? I mean, Josh Allen and our team, our Buffalo Bills, we have to take the next step. Okay, the next step, and the next step is beating up on the Kansas City Chiefs. The next step is getting to a Super Bowl. The next step is winning a Super Bowl. And to me, Josh Allen is the guy to do it. He's probably, you talk about the 2 arm talents in the National Football League. You guys have heard me say this. If you talk about Patrick Mahomes as being one, this guy's 1B, right? To me, the pressure's on Josh Allen to take the next step. I think he's going to do it. I think he's going to be the best player on the football field, right? I really think he is. Pressure creates opportunities of anxiety, so I hope he does get his meditation and all those things in before the game. But it also creates diamonds, and I think Josh Allen will be a diamond come Sunday night.
Allen's win on Saturday night, I think, changed the landscape of the rest of the playoffs. I think a lot of us saw that and were like, whoa, fuck.
What's good, YouTube? It's Coffee back with an NFL blog, man. You hear the debate going on ESPN. You know, who's under more pressure in this big matchup? And, you know, for the record, get in the comments. Do you think this is indeed the matchup of the week, of the divisional round when it comes to the playoffs, the Bills-KC game? Is this the game that everyone is more tuned into than the other games? What do we got? Tennessee, Cincinnati. Over in the NFC, we got Tampa, Brady and the Buccaneers taking on the Niners. Or no, I'm sorry, the Rams, and Green Bay taking on the Niners, I believe. Do you believe that this game is the game of the round, the matchup that everyone wants to see? Hit the comments. But here we are back again. Bills versus the Chiefs. What's going on, Bills Mafia? And real quick, side note, all my Bills fans, fellow Bills Mafia, or just football fans in general, I do got a really interesting Bills video coming up. I wanted to get it out last night. Apologies, y'all, putting all this content out. It's definitely, you know, time consuming, and I'm not no big YouTuber, you know what I'm saying, eating lovely off the content I put out. So, you know, I got to get it in when I can, you know what I mean? But that's besides the point. Stay tuned for that video. But here we are, okay? Last year, Bills, we lost to Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs during the regular season, and then also in the AFC Championship game. And over the offseason, you know what I mean, the Bills made it no secret, right? Like the measuring stick, or what we need to do. Basically, this franchise, what we're doing, all the moves we're making is calculated to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You know what I mean? That's who everyone is, you know, we recognize, and I believe pretty much everyone else out there recognizes is the top team in the AFC. You know what I mean? They got a Super Bowl ring. They went back to the Super Bowl. We got to beat them, and we went out there this season, week 5, and dominated the Chiefs. We beat the brakes off them. Even a weather delay that seemingly went on forever couldn't change up or flip-flop the momentum. In side conversation, I know you guys all remember that Harbaugh Bowl, Super Bowl, when the power went out, the whole momentum of the game shifted. Well, the Bills, we were out there beating the shit out of the Chiefs, had them up against the ropes. You know what I mean? They're ready to throw in the towel. Weather delay, you know what I mean? I believe it was right after the half, And it went on, but the Bills still came out and just continued with the good momentum and beating the Chiefs. But here we are now. Everyone drop your predictions in the comments. You hear the debate, who's under more pressure here. I want to know, do y'all think pressure is really the conversation here? But if Josh Allen at times, in my opinion, thrives under pressure. I feel like he's just in his zone. He's on his ish right now. There ain't no stopping Josh, okay? Week 5, not just that we beat the Chiefs, okay, and a lot of people kept saying, the Chiefs ain't the same. They're a good team. They turned around the season. They turned it around, ended up, I think, being like the number 2 seed. They did their thing. That's a big win, you know what I mean, against a good team. But more importantly, just looking at Josh versus Mahomes, because obviously that is the big headline that everyone's going to see here. We've been talking about, aside from them just going at each other on the field and the two respective teams facing us off against each other for the past couple of years, there's been a big conversation about who's got the bigger arm. You know what I mean? They were going to have a throw off and all this stuff. It's definitely in the headlines. It's a big thing the media can play off here. But aside from that, okay, if you look at that win that the Bills had over the Chiefs and you look at what's been going on recently, something else I want to talk about is the Bills defense. The Bills defense in that win shut down Mahomes. They rattled Mahomes. They got in Mahomes' head. He couldn't do ish. Pick sixed him, kept him under pressure. All that extending the play, scrambling around that he does and everything, we shut that down, okay? And then fast forward to more recently, our defense has been on one, okay? Everyone, like I said, the headlines of this all and the highlights and everything you see, of course, Josh Allen is the name, or is what's going to get brought up a lot. But let's not forget the way the defense has been playing out there. The defense has been lights out. And I don't know, talking about being under pressure and everything, I think we still may be in Mahomes' head. I don't know that a defense has kind of went out there and bullied Mahomes the way the Bills did in week 5. Fast forward to where we're at now. Like I said, aside from our offense being on fire and just clicking on a whole nother level, our defense has simply been just amazing. You know what I mean? So hit the comments, guys. Let me know your thoughts about this whole debate, the pressure, your predictions on the game, who's going to win. You heard them, pressure can make diamonds, but it also can bust pipes. So whose pipes getting busted? Who's emerging as a diamond? Who do you got going on to the next round? Let's discuss it all in the comments below. I thank y'all for tuning in. This has been another one from J Coffee Talk. Make sure to subscribe, hit the notification bell. We drop content every day, all day. We talk music, news, sports, current events, life, and much, much more. I'm out of here, y'all. Peace.